again, everyone. It's Miss Jody back with you again. Today's topic is tambourines. How exciting of an instrument can that be? It's so exciting. Now, I want you to know that the tambourine is in which family? The percussion family, because it uses the activity of striking or scraping to make that sound on that instrument, that magical vibration that makes music. The tambourine originally came from the country of Egypt, but a lot of different countries used it in their folk songs, like Turkey, the country of Greece, Italy, and all kinds of places. Today we find a lot of tambourine in our pop music, our rock music. We find it in jazz music, samba, in gospel music, all kinds of different music. Tambourines are so much fun to have included in those musical styles. Now, what are the different parts of a tambourine? Well, I have a tambourine right here. This shows us the basic parts. It has a frame around the outside. It's often a circular frame. And it has these metal plates. They're metal circles. I'm going to show you a little bit better what they look like. This particular instrument is called a jingle stick, but it uses those exact same metal discs to make that sound as they clink together. And there's usually just two of them at each section. I just found out that the names of these jingles are called zills. Yes, Z-I-L-L-S, zills. I never knew that that's what they were called, but now I do, and now you do too. Now, on a tambourine, we always have the frame. Could be made of wood, could be made of plastic, but we have to have the frame, and we have to have the little metal plates called zills that are going to bang against each other to make that sound. Some tambourines have a head on them, similar to a drum. Everything that's considered a drum has a head on it, and a tambourine can also have that same kind of head. When you play a tambourine, you might shake it like this. You could shake it in a rhythm and hit your arm, your hand. If you have a tambourine that does have a head to it, you could use your fingers to tap it. You could do a little bit of mixture of both. You could also use your flat palm of your hand to make a bigger sound. I really like the tambourine. Now, you could also put it on some kind of soft surface. I used one of my towels, and I put it on here so I could use both of my fingertips. I have another kind of tambourine here. This one has a plastic frame to it, and the zills are again in pairs of twos. They're just in pairs. They usually don't have more than two of those zills hooked together. This particular drum has a plastic head to it, and it makes kind of a bass drum sound. It's a really cool sound. Now on the other side, I'm holding it with my hand. I'm going to push on this with my finger, and I'm going to press on it, and then I'm going to take my finger away. And I want you to hear what it sounds like, the difference. See if you can hear it. The sound, the pitch goes up and down depending on if I am pressing on that head. I'll turn my hand around so you can see when I'm pressing on it. I'm going to press on it. And you can hear that sound go up and down. So again, a tambourine has a lot of interesting ways for it to be played. and a lot of different sounds that it can make. Now, today I was thinking it would be so much fun to show you how to make a tambourine at your house. Now, one of the things that we're going to use are jingle bells. We're going to use some jingle bells. Let me show you what they look like. These are jingle bells. They're real little. I want you to know that I wore my jingle bell earrings. These earrings have little jingle bells on the bottoms, and I thought they kind of seemed like tambourines to me. Now, jingle bells, we know, come in different forms. We have these kind of jingle bells, which can be played like this. Kind of like if the jingle bells were around the neck of a horse and the horse was trotting. You could hear their feet hitting the ground as they make that sound with the jingle bells. We also have some that we could just hold up in our hands and shake and make a great sound. I have some jingle bells that are in circles like this. Now, what would they have been used for? Well, the tambourine and things like these jingle bells were used in a lot of dances, ritual dances, ceremonies, all kinds of different dances in all kinds of different countries. So they may have put these on their wrists so that when they were dancing, they would have made sound with their arms, but they didn't even have to hold them in their hand. Their dance moves would have made those sounds. They might have even made them on their, put them around their ankles so that when they stomped their feet, then they would have had that jingle sound as well. I'll show you something that I have, and I love these. I have 2 bracelets that I got at Christmas time that when I wear them, I jingle all day long. So fun. You might be able to find them if you are in the store sometime at Christmas time. That's when I found these, in the kids' jewelry department. So, before we make our tambourine that's going to be out of 2 paper plates, I was trying to think of any other material that we could use that would sound like things jingling together. The hard part is they usually have to be metal. And I was having a hard time thinking of any kind of item that would make a jingly sound that would be easy to find. I did come up with one possibility besides jingle bells, and I want to show you that first. So I went in my junk drawer. I have several junk drawers. But I went in one of them, and sometimes what gets stuck in the junk drawers are old keys. Keys to maybe places that we don't live anymore, or locks that we don't use anymore. So I did find a number of keys. Now, before I tell you how to make something out of these, do not take your parents' current car key set and take those keys and use them. That's a great way to get in trouble. And we don't want that to happen at all. So ask your mom and dad. Mom and dad, do we have any old keys that I can use just for some fun experiment, fun craft? And when they help you find some, then you can work on this craft. So once I found my keys, I take a pipe cleaner, 2 pipe cleaners, and I made them 2 different colors so you could easily see them. First thing I'm going to do is twist the end together. Now, I'm going to take 2 of my keys because those zills on the tambourine, they're in pairs, they're in groups of 2. So I'm going to take and put it on just one of the colors of the pipe cleaner and another key on the pipe cleaner. Now, I'm going to put my finger in between there and twist the 2 colors together because we want to have a space for those keys to jingle, right? Let's do it again. We twisted it. Now we're going to add on the same color 2 keys. We're going to put our fingers in between there and we're going to twist it and give them some rattle room. See how it's going? Okay, you know what to do. This is the only keys I have. I only had 6 of them. So I'm going to add my last 2 keys, put my fingers in, give them space to wiggle, and twist the ends. Can you hear them? Now I have something that jingles. So if you can't find any jingle bells, but you do have old keys at home, this is a great substitution. So now let's look at how to make a regular tambourine out of 2 paper plates. One of the things you can do is you can decorate your paper plates. I have some fun duct tape here that I could use. I also have some markers, and I could make whatever design I want. That's artistry for you. It's your own artwork. So you can make your tambourine look any way you want to. Once you decide how you want them decorated, we're going to take the 2 plates and we're going to put them together like this so that they bump out and bump out. Okay? Once you get those together, we're going to take our hole punch and we're going to put our hole punch around the edges, and we're just going to make 1 punch. And keeping these together, I'm going to take a pipe cleaner, just a little section of pipe cleaner. I'm going to twist those together and leave them just like this so that we have 2 ends sticking out. On the exact opposite side of the 2 pieces of paper plate, we're going to punch another hole. So we take our hole punch, line those plates up, give them a little punch, and I'm going to take another pipe cleaner, stick it through the hole, and I'm going to secure that. Once we get 2 sides secure, then the paper plates won't slide around and mess you up. I like to make sure those 2 sides are secure before I do anything else. Now, the next thing that I'm going to do, because I think it's easiest, is I'm going to punch holes at the other sides of my paper plate. I'm going to put another pipe cleaner, twist it up. I'm going to take the other side, do the same thing, and now my paper plate is very secure. Now, if I leave it like this, I'll have 4 places to put jingles on, which is great, but I think it would be more fun if we had more jingling. Don't you think more jingling is much better? Me too! More noise. Okay, so continue. And now all of our pipe cleaners are ready for the jingles. So I'm going to take some jingles here and I'm going to put that right on the end of one of my pipe cleaners, and then I'm just going to take the top and twist it to keep the jingle on. Now you go around to each one of these and you're going to be able to put a jingle on each one. I want to show you one that I already made. This is my tambourine. There's all the jingle bells on it. Can you hear it? I decided to put some tape, put some marker on it, decorate it real nice. I decided to use orange pipe cleaners because I love the color orange. And look, what's cool is this is one of those tambourines that has a head to it. So we can use our fingers to tap it. We can shake it, take it, shake it, and we can do a palm, flat palm hand, or we could do the little tappy fingers. But each one of them gives us a great tambourine instrument to play with some of our favorite songs. You can make your tambourine look any way you want. You could even make a couple of them, one for each hand maybe. And I think these are great tools to use to practice having fun with music. Always having fun with music. Now it's time for Miss Jody's Mad Jam Song Selection. So I chose these songs specifically because we just made tambourines. Now, If you want an extra special thing to do with your tambourine in these songs, I have a cool trick. Get your finger wet and try to do this. You try to run your thumb around it and see if it makes a little shake and rattle song. Now, the songs that I want to suggest are Land of a Thousand Dances by Wilson Pickett. I also want to suggest a very crazy song called Witch Doctor. And that song, you're going to look up David Seville, who is with Alvin and the Chipmunks. I love Alvin and the Chipmunks. They're so much fun. That song is going to be a great song to do some fun dance moves to. You might even want to do a freeze dance where somebody stops the music and you have to freeze whatever position you're in when you're dancing. And then the last one I want you to try to look up is called Walk Like an Egyptian. And that song is by a group called the Bangles, which kind of reminds me of Jingles. Now, you might need to have some special dance moves for that. That music contains a tambourine. You're going to hear the tambourine in that song. It's in there a whole bunch. But the cool dance moves you're going to need to know are these. You're going to have to be like an Egyptian. Put your hands up here and make your head go back and forth. You also might need to do this kind of move. Or this one. Or this one. So make sure you do cool dance moves and make sure you have fun with these songs, because I always want you to keep listening to the music and keep on using your cool instruments. Have a great day and tune in again for more Miss Jody's Music Time. FirelandsSymphony.com and on our Facebook page for Firelands Symphony Orchestra. Bye everyone, see you next time.